In this video, we are going to learn another two attributes, title and size of the image. In the size of the image, we will learn width and height, which will control the image size and position the image in the web page at our desired location or predefined space. Last video, we learned about the alt attribute. This title attribute also almost it is similar to alt attribute, but there is some main difference is there. Alt attribute is a alternative text which image is missing. Most of the time it should be a image file name, and in title is an additional information. It can provide more detail about the image. Now here I have ordered a title attribute in that image tag, and we will see it how it will presented in the browser window. Run, launch in Chrome, then you can see that image is loaded. Then whenever you move your mouse, then it will show the name Diana. So this is the main function of this title window. Now I have removed one A from that image name. Then after saving, I will load it in the browser window. You can see now that image is not available. So it is showing the some icon, image icon. Then the name whatever we specified in the title, it's showing as a Diana. Because this is a Chrome browser, this Chrome browser will support if alternative text is not available, it will taken care with the title value. Now I have ordered this alt attributes and I given value as a Diana Queen. Then you can run it in the browser. Now we can see it will show only this alternative text value in the browser window. And the same way, if I move my mouse to the image icon, then it shows the title value also Diana. So the title value will be displayed whether the image is loaded or not loaded. Then also this title value will be displayed in the browser window. Another attribute in the image tag is the image size. That image size can be classified into three attributes. One is sizes, another one is a width, and another one is the height. This sizes attribute is only used in a link element with the combination of icon relation. Now we can see it is a one link element. It will add our icon image to the top tab bar. Here we mentioned the size is 16 by 16 pixel size. Anyway, we will look in this detail in the other video of icon image. Okay, now we will test it one image in our browser window. Here I ordered one image tag with one source, one image of name maria1.jpg. Now we will load it this file in the browser window. You can see that the image is loaded, but the image is very big size, so it is occupying more space in that screen window. So we can control this image size by specifying our required width and height in the HTML code. Then only the image can be accommodated within our browser window. Now I have ordered width 400 and height 330. Please remember, we can write this value 400 px or plainly 330. So you can write a plain number also, it will take as a pixel. If odd px also, it will take the dimension as a pixel. Now we will load it and see it in the browser. You can see that image size is come to the under our control. We can able to see that entire image in the browser window. So now we understand the importance of width and height of images in the image tag. Along with that image, I have ordered two para element. Now we will open this file in the browser window. That you can see some heading is there, image left hand is aligned, and some text is aligned in the right hand. Then bottom also some text is placed. So now the page is slightly look better. Okay, now we will load it. Whenever the image is missing, how it will behave. Just I am removing one letter, and after saving I will run it in the browser. Then you can see it is unable to load the image because that file name is incorrect, but it will allocate the required space for loading that image. So still our text format and the page format is intact. Again I will remove this width and height. Again I will save it then I will run it in the browser. Now we can see it will not allocated any space for that image, so that the entire text is moved to left hand side, so my page layout is totally disturbed. For that reason, it is recommended always you have to specify the required size for that image, then your page layout will be maintained. Instead of 330, now I am making 100 px. Then I will run it in the browser. You can see the total image is stretched vertically, and that entire beauty of the image is gone. So that aspect ratio is very important factor. You have to maintain the correct aspect ratio. Suppose you have a doubt in that aspect ratio, then you can provide only one dimension which is you want to control it. Here I want to control it only width, and the height element I eliminated. HTML will automatically calculate the height based on that original picture's aspect ratio. You can see the picture is came to the perfectly into the browser window. The width can be, we can specify in the percentage also. Here instead of 400 px, then I am putting only 20%. Then save that code, then you run it in the browser, then you can see that picture has reduced to 20%. Like that we can put two values either in the pixel or in the percentage. Now I have ordered two same images with different pixel size. You can see first image is the 1920 by 1722 pixels, and it having 1540 KB, that is the file size. And another image will be just 100 by 90 pixels, and its file size is only 11 KB. Okay, now we will run this file in the browser window. You can see you can't differentiate the two images. Actually this image is 1918 1722 and 1540, and this image is 100 by 90 and 11 KB. So because of the smaller size, you can't differentiate between the quality of the both the image. Now again I ordered the same image, Maria 1 and Maria 2, with different width size. Last time I assigned only 100 pixel of width. This time I am assigning the width till around 1000 pixels. Then now you will look in that in the browser window. You can see this both image almost identical, and this is the high resolution image. It is a 1920 by 1722. The image is look very nice, and the same thing, this is the lower image 100 by 90 pixels. At 100 by 90 pixel is in the smaller size, it will be look nice, but I expanded to 100 to 1000 pixel width. Then you can see that image totally flare up, and it is very fad that image is showing. That is the importance of the resolutions. So always you have to choose correct resolution based on your image position and which device going to use that your web page. Till now we control the image width and height from the image tag. Now we will see how we can control the same from CSS code. Here I have removed the all width and height parameter from the image tag. I have written the CSS code in the style sections. For creating any CSS code for image, you have to use image tag selector, and I written img float left and width 400 px. It means that the image will be float left hand side and the width will be 400 px. Now we will run it and see it in the browser. You can see that same effect only it will came. So we can specify the width in pixel in the image tag as well as in the CSS code also. Now I change this 400px to 40%, then save it and run it. You can see the same effect will come. The image is changed to 40%. Now I have modified the code. Here I ordered two division. One division having image and another division has a para. In the first division I have given a ID as a image section, and the second division is a para 1. And same way I have ordered width in the image tag as a width 400 px. And same way I have modified the CSS code also. Here I have ordered a body and its width is 1000 px, and image section it is a float left and width is 30% and height will be 250 px. Same way the para one it will be a float left and the width is 60% and height will be 250 px. Also I have ordered a border for both the division section to show the area occupied by the division section. Now we will run this code in the browser. You can see this blue line is the image section division height and width, and this red border is the para 1 division height and width. You can see that the image is came out from the division area since we have specified the width as a 400 px. You can see how it will calculate. We specified in the CSS code our body width as a 1000 px and image section width is a 30%. It means 30 into 1000 is equal to 300 px only. This width will be 300 px only. But we mentioned image width as a 400 px, so that 100 px is came out from the division section. And the same way that aspect ratio of our image is 1782 is a height and 1980 is a width, so it is a 0.9%. So then image height it will automatically work out as a 400 into 0.9 as a 360 px. But we specified our height will be 250 px only for image section as well as this para section. So this 360 is more than the 250. So in the vertical also it is came out from the division sections. So whenever you specify the image width in the pixel, it will overrule the division size and it will show outside the division section. Now I have changed the image width in the percentage. I mentioned the width as a 100%. Then we will run that code. You can see that the image width will be exactly accommodated inside the our division sections. So please remember, whenever you specify the width in the pixel, it will overrule the division width. But same way, whenever you specify the width in the percentage, then it will calculate based on the division section overall width. Here see, we mentioned the image width as 100%, but this 100% means it should be around 1980 px, but it is not taking like that. It is calculating based on this 300 px. So it is accommodating this 1980 px inside the 300 px. But we have not mentioned any height. For that reason, it will working out this 300 into 0.9. It is a 270 px, whereas our height is only 250. So the 70 px is came out from the vertical height. Please remember, always if you mention the image width as a percentage, it will work out based on its division section width. Now I have changed the image tag. Now I have removed the width attribute from the image tag and added the height attribute. And for the height I have mentioned 100%. Then you will run it this in the browser window. You can see now the height is exactly accommodated in the division section because we mentioned this image height will be 100%. It will occupy the entire height of the division section. But same way width side, you can see our image height will be 250 px and image height is 100%. And the aspect ratio between height and width, it is 1.11 times higher than the height side. So the image width will be our height of this 250 px into 1.11, then it is a 277 px only. So our image width will be reduced to 277 px and around 23 px gap is formed in the division sections. So for that reason, you have to remember whenever you specify the image tag width or height in the percentage, then it will work based on its division size. So please remember, whenever you specify a image inside a division, always you have to use 100% either on the width side or in the height side according to your page layout. Now I have removed the height and width parameter from the image tag, and I have ordered the image attribute in the CSS code. And in that I have mentioned the width is 30%, not 100%. Then we will save it and run it. You can see that image gone to very smaller size. The image width is calculated based on the image section width of 300 px. So 30% of 300 px, it is only 90 px. The width will be only 90 px. And the aspect ratio between height and width will be 0.9. So the image height will be 90 px of this width into 0.9 equal to 81 px. Then your image height will be 81 px. So now you have understand the relation between image width and height property to the any division width and height property. So whenever you specify the width in the pixel, always it will maintain the correct size of specified pixel. Whenever you specify it in the percentage, it will not work out on the image size. Instead of that, it will work out against the division width and height. Thank you for watching my video, and please subscribe my channel to grow and share more technical videos. Thank you once again, and bye.